Reinventing the
I
wheel,
am the
bro.
power
That's what
of
I'm
light
talking
and
about.
color.
They're trying something new, and we're here for it. We asked for crazy, we're getting crazy. Let's go to the 9th match of the night. It's going to be Malaysia on the blue side, banning out the Kaja. Timor Leste on the red side. Let's see if they're going to follow the pattern of banning out the Wanwan and the Joy, or perhaps they have something new.
Yeah,
I'd say
definitely.
you just cover the bases, man.
Don't. If you watched earlier, Indonesia was trying to replicate the success of the Minotaur. Maybe not that. Just don't go for excessively.
To me,
your team
fun is all that
trying
matters.
to be very PC with that one.
But you're right. I mean,
It is-
you're correct the way that this 1-1 is correct. Like, just take it out.
Yes.
Just make sure that you're cleaning up the. You're not essentially cleaning up. The game is pretty clean, you know. But these are like powerful picks. The last time that we saw 1-1 who got through went 8-0 early game, and you
Your
know what
team
happened
is
next.
banning.
You feed a 1-1, he flies up, he takes you down,
To live
and it kind
is
of
to
is
trick
GG at
the
that point.
Reaper.
And looking at the bans, though, looks like Malaysia does have a plan for themselves with that Faramis ban. I do think that the blue has a big, I would say like a big value right now.
Yep, like a first pick for Rippo.
Yeah.
Might be.
Man, I miss Ripple playing. He's one of the most what do you call that? Or unorthodox players
Wow.
in the league when he was playing. So
I didn't
I'm
cure
really
it.
excited to see the results.
Your
of the
Yeah,
team
no.
is banning.
Throw it back to what? 2 years ago before the Mincetar rework. He was playing Mincetar in the XP lane.
I'm so happy to see him play.
He's so colorful. He's so unique. He's so animated in real life. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, for sure.
Animated in real life.
See?
Oh, see,
Is he vocalizing?
He's vocalizing, man.
vocalizing.
He's practicing the comps, and you know how communication is such an important thing here, right?
I can only imagine.
Amazing.
What's he say? I know very little Bahasa, and I assume they're Bahasa.
I can't
Their
agree.
comms are in Bahasa, but
You should ask Manji.
at this point, yeah.
Oh man. What's, oh, you know what? I know Bule. I think
Ken.
huh?
Ken, yeah.
Ken. And they always shout it when they.
Bole, yeah.
Yeah, when they cheer. for
You
Malaysia
were
too.
first.
Yeah, but also when they
Your
engage
team
in team
is
fights.
banning.
Like, all right, can we kill this? Can we go? Bole,
Yeah.
yes.
It's so efficient. Instead of saying, "Hi, friends, we can eliminate the opponent," they say "Bole."
2 syllables. Bole. So Malaysia definitely will be. Wait a minute. They took out the glue themselves.
Yeah. They're not. So what are they doing? They're threatening the Joy?
They're threatening Fanny here at this point.
Threatening Fanny, threatening Joy, but the Franco is still open. If they do take that Joy, the Franco is an option for Timor Leste to take.
I think it's fine. Put the pressure on Timor Leste to solve the
Time to
problem.
drop the beat.
Oh no,
of the
but they're
clock.
onto it.
Your
No,
team
never
is
mind.
picking.
Yep. Joy is definitely a viable ban here. Except for the Joy jungles of today, Joy XP today has been actually really good.
Oh yes.
Not always winning, but still winning the lane.
Still really hard to kill too because of the mobility and the damage, especially if you pair it up with Vengeance, which should be one of the very few choices that you could get with the Joy. Now for priority pick, Leo, what's your read?
There's a lot left on the board here. You can go for an early Lancelot if you want to. Put in that to Gary. An early, again, Fanny. I think.
I will choose my own path.
Your
Arlott still
team
there.
is
All right.
picking.
Okay, Arla locked in for the side of Malaysia. I won't be surprised if we do see a Mincetar here. One of the best counters for this Arla.
Yeah, that or I'm glad that you mentioned that. Is there a world, maybe in the near future, wherein if Arlott becomes such a hot commodity, the Phobius slowly finds its way back into the metagame?
Hopefully.
Ooh.
You know, I've always hoped for that to happen, mainly because I do think that this Arla pick is going to be popular for the next few patches, I would say. And we haven't seen a lot of focuses
The
because of
southern
mix and
seas
Phobius
are
too.
my
You
domain.
value
I
in
honestly
me?
think the Mid-Star
Your team
You
stole
should.
Phobius' thunder.
Yeah, actually, up until May 16th. That's what that's what I'm predicting right now. Because for the longest time, people have been ignoring Diggy as a counter to Phobius. By now, I think they realize, wait a second, this guy is just going a little too insane without the crowd control removal. And maybe after he removes the crowd control, maybe you can stop the Phobius in its tracks. So
You know what? That's what makes this world all the more an odd reality to be in, is because there's no Diggy.
Sorry.
So the meta game is so odd. But again, it's not like it's the first time that we've had, you know,
Payback.
the Timor Leste, Franco and Farsa for Malaysia.
All right.
They read into it. They're like, you know what? There's a Kadida. We'd rather not pick up the Eve. Let's go Farsa.
Let's just take the Franco ourselves too, and that does help the Farsa a bit. Maybe stop anyone who would try to go for the Farsa in its tracks. And I do want to say that Franco is an underrated counter for a very good Kadika player, mainly because you could stop her from diving back into the water. And usually you do get a Ruby for that, and Ruby has a lot of mini crowd controls that stops the Kadita from diving in. But Franco is just as big of an answer as the Ruby.
That's poetic.
Time and
according to
tide
the
wait
lore,
for no
Franco's a
team
fisherman.
is their girl.
Oh, is he not a Viking?
He's a fisherman. He's a fisherman warrior. And weirdly enough, believe me or not, he's a good guy in the lore.
Huh.
He's a hero for the Northern Vale.
Awesome.
Wow.
Anyways,
Anyway, we were talking about the Ruby. You know what? Those are actually one of the picks that Malaysia loves. So interesting to see them not even considering.
yeah, Ruby hasn't been much of a big player in the current meta game. Hasn't been for what?
stitches?
Better
I
part of a
can
month.
help.
And
Is
usually when
banning.
we do see rubies, it's usually just to counter the Lolitas of the world. And I think they only do that if the Grok is banned too. Like Grok is the answer or mostly the option to block a Lolita from trying the Numenon Blast with the Guardian's Barrier. But Ruby is, I would say, up there, like A tier or B tier.
Oh wow, I was about to say, based on how the conversation is going, does that mean she's really low on the food chain? Like at best B plus.
Yeah,
best.
you know what? B plus, A minus, around that area.
Potato.
Yeah, potato, potato.
You gotta follow Omi on
Pizza,
it when he
pizza.
makes these tier lists. He's really specific. I love it.
Thank
should
you.
Follow him.
Thank you, Rockhard. Thank
I've
you
seen
for
you do
plugging.
that previously.
I love you, man.
Back to the draft.
Back
here.
to the draft.
We see the Melissa taken out by Timor Leste. They're closing up the gaps. Again, there's the Melissa. Would not be surprised if the next one would be a Claude ban.
Oh, yeah.
Or a carry ban. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, carry.
Oh boy.
You know what? Picking the carry against the Beatrix is not a comfortable solution.
Yeah, but
Sir,
your Chico guys.
What's your command? Your
You
team
know
is
what?
banning.
That's a good argument that you pose. And for people watching right now who don't exactly know Chiku guys, Chiku, I wouldn't call him as an otherworldly player. He's a great player, don't get me wrong. But he has this knack for doing things that is borderline off meta or borderline crazy to
Yeah.
do in game. But it just so happens to work.
Yep.
He's the magic man.
He's-
The magic man of Malaysia.
He's off. He's off the textbook. Like he's a lot of street smarts. Put it that.
Yep. He's the street himself.
To the streets.
To the streets, Chiku guys is such a great player for Malaysia, and we've seen him once again in the world stage all the time, and I'm happy to see him up until now.
He's so flexible, not only in the heroes, but also in the roles. He's been flexing back and forth.
Your team is
3,000 worlds. And not a single
XP
worthy
ready.
foe.
So, wait a minute. This is still interchangeable. Lamartis could still go to the XP lane.
Yeah, but-
And, wait,
How often does that happen?
not that often. but
1 in 10 times?
One in
used
10
to be.
times. It used to be like that. But I have to say that Arlott really can't do it. Like imagine a Martis Arlott matchup. You could never go full combo on the Martis. He's just gonna Mortal Coil away.
Yep.
It's never gonna be a winning lane for the Arlott.
Anime dash fight.
It's just an
Amazing.
anime dash fights. Like if this is Timor Leste being creative, I like it because it actually helps the fact that it helps the
bloodlines
and the win
remain.
condition of an Arlott.
your
to
team
win.
is picking.
Well,
They're doing the Franco Mincy boy.
wait.
Wait a second.
It's a gold lane Mincetar.
Oh man. Alright, this worries me a bit though. Like the Golden Mincetar is very particular. They have to win the team fights for them to win the game.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
in the hands of those who know and are capable of wielding such, I'd say, unorthodox power, it's disastrous. It wins a 50-50 against the gold lane, against the Beatrix.
True.